Hello everyone, welcome to today's live stream. I hope you guys are doing well. So just like we do in previous live streams, we're going to start off with a general love forecast, followed by those of you who have requested personal mini readings. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, so what we're going to start off with, as I mentioned, it's the general love energy here for those of you who are tuned in, or even anybody that catches it after it's been broadcast. So hopefully there's something here in the general reading that makes sense for you and are able to tap into. And then, as I mentioned, we'll go ahead and get into the personal mini reading requests. So on the screen there, you will see exactly how to request that if this is the first time that you're tuning in. And we've got all of the payment options down below, and it is for $22.22. All right, guys, so let's get started. I feel like starting off with the comparison between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy today. So I'm guided to start with the feminines. So let's go ahead and see, what does that energy look like? And then we'll take a look at the masculine side. All right, so I'm going to be starting off with my Exposed to deck, focusing on the divine feminine energy for the collective. Hi, Nancy, welcome. And Linda, I see your request, and we also received one from Liz. So we'll get to those requests afterwards. All right, so divine feminine for the collective at the time that you're tuned in and watching this. What does that vibe, what does that energy look like? So I'm guided to pull up to 4 cards from this deck and pick whichever one you're guided towards, and then we'll tap into the energy with some tarot. All right, so the first one coming through is helpful. Okay, so maybe divine feminine, if you relate to that, you're always the type of person to extend a helping hand to people. You have a good heart. You're always there for your person, perhaps, or you're willing to do excuse me, whatever is needed in a situation. It doesn't necessarily only have to be about love either. This could be your family, this could be friendships. All right, let's grab another card here for the feminine. You're a good listener, okay? So that's a wonderful quality to have. Let's grab 2 more cards, focusing on the divine feminine. Maybe you and your person, you guys talk a lot on the phone, or there could be a lot of texting. Maybe you guys interact a lot on social media. So whenever they have problems, maybe you're always willing to help out. You're always willing to listen to whatever it is that they need to get off their chest. All right, let's see what else. Ooh, Divine Feminine, you're coming in as a boss, babe. You could also be very successful, maybe in your work environment. Okay. So I also get from that energy, you're one to take control of the direction that your life is going. If you're not happy with where you're at, you do whatever is necessary to get yourself there. And we have sensual. Okay. So it could be that we have a divine masculine that sees you in this very special way. You know, they're very attractive to them. The physical connection could also be super strong. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some words to go along with that. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the Divine Feminine. So we have some pretty good qualities coming through. Oh boy, but look at this card. You had your chance and you blew it. So what I'm kind of feeling for some of you, if you relate to this, you know that you're a good catch. You know that you're a good listener. You know that, people see you in a very attractive way, not just on the outside, but on the inside as well, that you've always been there for this person, but maybe they weren't there for you, And so this is you perhaps speaking up and saying, you know what? Look at all these great qualities that you are missing out on now that we're not together. And look at the next card, guys. We've got It's Your Loss. Okay, so I don't know who this is coming through for, but we have Divine Feminines taking a stand here, letting a particular person know it's like, you lost out. You missed out on the opportunity to be with me. Maybe they didn't recognize the value that you held in the connection. We've got the Fool, so Divine Feminine. If you relate to this, then more than likely you might have ended the relationship with somebody that just really couldn't see past where you guys were, or they didn't put in the effort. And so this is you just starting fresh, choosing to empower yourself by taking necessary steps forward rather than being in a situation that just wasn't going anywhere. Maybe you guys had a stalemate situation there. We've got the Hierophant. We've got the Star. So I feel whatever wishes in particular that you might have for yourself, certainly when it comes to your love life, but I love how this is lining up this way because you could also have a lot of dreams and goals in mind when it comes to your career, your job opportunities. Maybe you are a boss babe. So you've got a lot of nice qualities coming through here and the opportunity to manifest whatever wish this is. And it could be more than one wish, because ultimately what you need a life partner to know is that you're fully committed. Once you've met that person and once you feel that it's worth putting your time and effort into it, then you're all in. That's the type of energy I'm getting. But if you're dealing with somebody who had one foot out the door, or they didn't want to be exclusive, then more than likely what I'm seeing for the feminines is you cut them out and you're just wanting to start over. Maybe you already have. Yeah, starting over, new beginning. We've got something to do with Pentacles coming through here, prosperity, abundance. So I kind of feel when it comes to your money matters, your finances, that could be looking up, Divine Feminines. But there's also this vibe coming through that you have new beginnings when it comes to your love life. And if you've already met somebody new, let's just say, and you're wondering, can this person really be my person long term? Have I found the one? There's a possibility that you might have, because this can represent a fresh start in love, and it could be instant attraction. It could be the sexual chemistry could be really strong. But this right here, when it comes to their commitment, it's something that you can bet on. It's very reliable, it's solid. Some of you guys could represent Cancer. Maybe the person that you're thinking about could be Cancer. So this right here, it represents movement, and it's not just movement, it's actually heading towards a trajectory of victory, of triumph. of success. So it's crazy how it's lining up this way. You had your chance and you blew it. So now I'm moving forward without you, and I'm going to make sure that the next chapter of my life is a whole lot better than it was when I was with you. That's what I'm getting there. These cards, oh my gosh. And now we've got the death card lining up with it's your loss. Okay, so it definitely came to an end if you relate to this. But one thing great about this card, something came to an end, yes, but it also paves the way for some new cycles to come in. And in order for those new cycles to come in, something needs to change. And I have a feeling, Divine Feminine, you created that change for yourself. You took whatever necessary steps were needed in order to get you onto a very different path, away from somebody who did not realize the value that you brought in. So I'm just picking up off of a very empowered energy from the feminines here. You're not going to be putting up with somebody that wouldn't make time for you. Okay, so let's take a look at the masculines. All right, here we go. I really feel that from the feminine standpoint, you know what it is that you want, and maybe you dealt with somebody that just did not know what they wanted. All right, so Divine Masculines, what does that energy look like? Oh yeah, look at that. They wanted their freedom, and you gave it to them, more than likely. Okay, if they wanted their freedom, if they didn't want to stick around, then perhaps Divine Feminine, you did it for them. It's like, if you don't want to be with me, then you can go. You know, there's the door. Look at the next card, though. We have longing. So this is one of those situations where we might have a masculine, once they were able to have their freedom, they realized, uh-oh, you know, I shouldn't have done what I did. I shouldn't have said what I said, because this is something that they wanted and they got it. And now here they are, perhaps longing for you still. Connect. Interesting. So I kind of picture this for some masculines. They look at their phone, wishing they could text you, wishing they could call you, you know, maybe following you on social media. Maybe you blocked this person. You know, they have some regrets here. That's ultimately what I'm feeling there. If they would have maybe moved on to other relationships, look at this. They're discontent. They're not happy. Something's missing. Okay, so let's grab some words here. Focusing on the Divine Masculine. Hi, Trisha. Welcome. I'm so glad you caught a live as well. Thank you. All right. These cards are so shiny. It says, learn the lesson behind the experience, they say. The only thing I've learned is I can't live without you. You see? So they learned something when you guys went your separate ways, if you relate to this whole thing that's coming through. Wow, guys. Talk about tables turning. This one says, can we talk this out? Our love is worth a second chance, don't you think? Well, it depends, you know. Divine Feminine, how do you feel about that? Is it worth a second chance, or have you found someone better? Have you already moved on to another relationship, or are you single and content? You know, there's a masculine coming through here regretting their past actions and the fact that you guys, you know, went your separate ways, because we're seeing here that they want a second chance with you. So are you willing to give them that second chance? Because if not, you're more than likely either content with where you're at, and we still have a masculine who is not. Okay, so let's grab some tarot here. Divine Masculine, what's going on? Two of Cups, okay, interesting. Look at the next card. We've got the Knight of Wands. This can be a player, okay? So we have a player here who found love, but they didn't want it at the time that they had it, and now they regret it. Now they see the lesson. Yeah, we have conflicts here. So at this point, maybe you guys are on very different pages, but I feel that was the problem initially as well, that you guys were on different pages. Maybe Divine Feminine, you wanted long-term commitment. We might have had a masculine who just wanted to play the field. Yep, Five of Swords. So they could have been sneaking around, player mentality. They wanted to have their fun. They could have also been in and out of your life. But I just feel based off of what we've seen from the feminines, you're like, you know what? I deserve better. Bye. That type of vibe. Ten of Cups. Look at that. So I kind of feel when it comes to this masculine, they really had it all between the two of you. And maybe you felt like you really found your person, but they just were not seeing that at that time. Well, they do now. So yeah, the tables have turned big time. Look at that. And now we've got the Judgment card coming through. They're waking up, or they have gone through this awakening. And now they realize, taking a look at the past, all of the mistakes that they made. And they're really wanting to perhaps reach out, pick up that phone and find a way to reach out to you, Divine Feminine. Because they feel the need for either closure, to fix something, to apologize, to ask for forgiveness, and, find a way to get back into your life. But is that something that you want? Ooh, look at this. So the way it's coming through here, if you are Divine Feminine and if you relate to this, you walked away from the masculine. It doesn't necessarily mean that there was cheating or third parties unless that's what happened. But we now have a situation where they want to talk to you. They want to find a way to revive this. They want a second chance. And they're really wanting to know. It's like, Divine Feminine, can we have another opportunity to try? And this could be where you're at, feminines. You walked away because you just weren't getting from the connection what it was that you needed. Bottom of the deck, here we are again with the Fool. So I do feel that this masculine wants to try again, and regardless of how it pays out for the two of you, they're going to try anyway. They might fall flat on their butt. They might get a door slammed. They might continue to be ghosted, but they're going to try anyway. So don't be surprised if you're a feminine and somehow you find a masculine reaches out, and this is somebody who might have really disappointed you or hurt you in the past. Look at that. We're getting duplicate tarot. And so we've got the Death card coming through again. So yeah, it's simply confirming that a relationship came to an end, and hopefully during this time they've worked on themselves to change certain behaviors that might have contributed to why you guys broke up to begin with. And if they can actually do that and come towards you, having worked on themselves and coming towards you as a better version of who they are, then maybe you guys can start the conversation. It really depends, but I feel at the end of the day, we have the Divine Feminines who are in charge of the direction that this is going to go. That's what I'm getting there. All right, so hopefully there's something in that message that confirms things for you. And a very strong message from the feminines letting a masculine know that you're not going to put up with any nonsense. Okay, so let's grab some additional messages for the collective. It may or may not have anything to do with what we already saw. So this could be a totally different vibe and message coming through. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. What do we need to know? What do we need to know here? All right. Rose-colored glasses. See past the illusions and unkept promises. Okay. So somebody made some promises that perhaps they could not keep. Ooh, look at this. This might still have something to do with the message that already came through, making amends. Somebody wants to apologize. Somebody wants forgiveness because they know they messed up somehow. Wow. And we are in the summer season, so something is currently happening where somebody that you had a falling out with wants to reach out and, talk to you. More than likely apologize for past actions. Let's see. What else, please? Give me one more card, please. For the collective. Yeah, see? Somebody wants to communicate with you. Bottom of the deck, we've got self-love, taking care of me now. It's mirroring what we've already seen, guys. All right, so I can't help but feel that Divine Feminines, you're really focused on your wants, your needs, your life, the people that you connect with. And if there's somebody here from the past who took way too long to learn that lesson, that you were actually a great catch, then I feel, based off of what's coming through here, you're too empowered to even revisit the past, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's grab some additional messages here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for whoever needs these messages. Look at that. We've got the sun. How amazing is that? We're in Leo season right now. Okay, so we've got the summer card coming through as well. I feel if you are really tuned into this message, you're just focusing on your own happiness. What fulfills you, what makes you happy, whatever your dreams and goals are, whether it's love related, you know, having to do with your friendships, the way you are with your family, how you are in a work environment. I feel this is tapped into all of those things. And there's clearly somebody here who wants to fix something. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, okay? If you relate to this, you know, maybe at this point, you can stand on your own 2 feet. We do have a solid foundation, financial windfall right here. So I can't help but feel, for finances, some of you guys, it's really looking up, or it's about to turn around for you. Wow, guys, Ace of Swords, followed by the Three of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Wands. It's mirroring what we've already seen. So the way this is coming through for me, Divine Feminine, you probably cut this person out. What you needed from them was to be on the same page as you, to work together with you. No wonder they want to communicate with you, because possibly all of these things could have been missing. They were too busy playing, okay? Yeah, sure, they could be very charming, free-spirited, fun to be with, passionate, all of those things. But Knight of Wands is a player. The Knight of Wands has a reputation for being in and out of someone's life. You know, I mean, you could have had a whole lot of fun with this person, but they just weren't the type to stick it through. They just were not the type to get married, move in with you, settle down. You know, some of those things might have happened for some of you guys, but they're not going to stick around when they're in this type of mentality. Oh my God, these cards. 8 of Cups. It comes through again. So I can't help but feel, if this is your story, more than likely you walked away from them because they just did not see what they had, which was an amazing relationship. And so now we've got the Magician coming in. Some of you guys could be Gemini or Virgo or have those signs in your chart. Now you're just focusing on your own manifestation. You know, self-love, taking care of you right now, what it is that you need to get done at this point in time. So somebody's losing here. And this is the next card. Look at that. The Tower. Card after that, 2 of Cups. So they missed out on this beautiful connection. They created a tower moment that resulted in the 2 of you breaking up. Okay? And so now they've got some big time regrets that that even happened. And if you're the person that walked away, at this point, you're in a much better position to manifest good things in your life, not just in love, but in every area possible. For my feminines, we do have the Emperor coming through. So what I'm getting here is you might have been dealing with a person that resulted in this tower moment. You focused on your own growth, your own healing, self-love, to be able to put you on the path where you can find real love. This is you being triumphant in your love life, as well as every other area of your life. And we have perhaps a new partner coming in, or maybe somebody that you've already moved on to that you know is way better than the person that you dealt with in the past. Unbelievable. So I don't know who that one was for, but that's how it is coming through. One last message, and then we'll get into the personal reading request. Oh, wow, Trisha. So thank you for confirming that. I'm glad it offered you some insight there. All right, one final message. Angels and spirit guides, please, for whoever needs this. We have delicate, fragile, soft, sweet. Okay? And sometimes when we go through so much, we feel vulnerable. We are delicate as far as what it is that we can handle, especially if we're still healing from a very difficult situation. Let's see what else. Let's grab two more. The past. Someone from your past. Look, they're thinking about you, feeling very nostalgic. They still feel connected to you. Eternal, forever, unbreakable, limitless. That's what they had, okay? And so I feel at this point, they still feel this forever bond with you, but maybe you guys are not together at this point in time. Or you broke free. As we've seen, you walked away from a situation that just was not working. It was not checking all the boxes after a while. That's the past. But maybe at this point, you've already moved on and found something beautiful in another relationship. It could be that as well. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. What do we need? For the third time, unbelievable, followed by the Fool. Something needed to come to an end in order to open up a brand new chapter here. Metamorphosis, letting go of attachments, transition, transformation, profound change, a new beginning. But I'm telling you, someone from your past is going to reach out. This is somebody who's opened up their eyes. They have learned particular lessons here. They're big ones, okay? Big lessons. And they're feeling this emptiness perhaps in their heart space because you guys parted ways and they had it all. It's like being in Vegas. It's like you are set to win and then all of a sudden that dice just doesn't fall in your favor. Well, that's what happened with this person. They had it all. They didn't need to gamble on other types of connections because they had it. And now they want forgiveness. So this is someone from your past who might ultimately show up. Look at that. We have the Emperor coming through again. So this could be a divine masculine. And maybe they have worked on themselves. Knowing what their faults were, worked on themselves. Maybe you might be surprised, divine feminine, that they actually show up as this type of energy, because the Emperor is one that is coming through in control of their destiny. They know what they want. They've worked on themselves. They're established. Maybe all of those things were missing before, So we might have a masculine who shows up and they're completely different from the person that disappointed you, perhaps. Speaking of disappointment, here we go. 5 of Cups. It's followed by the Lovers. Got the 7 of Wands. We've got Gemini coming through again. So clearly, there's somebody here who's very attracted to you. They love you. They are really focusing on wanting to manifest a reunion, to come back into union with you. This, at the end of the day, represents a choice and a decision that needs to be made. But the thing is, they made choices and decisions back then as well that didn't pan out so well, and it resulted in a Tower moment here. We keep seeing that Death card coming through. We keep seeing the Fool. We've got the Judgment. So some repeat messages representing itself here. So hopefully, at this point, they're able to make better choices. And that doesn't guarantee that they'll get you back unless you want that, Because I kind of feel here, if you relate to this, even if you were to see this person again, you would have your guard up. You'd have your walls up because they didn't treat you right. Look at that. Seven of Swords. Deception, lies, cheating, betrayal, trickery, all of that lovely stuff that wasn't so lovely. So they hurt you in that way. Ooh, this is interesting, guys. Talk about Vegas coming through, triple sevens. Okay, so I'm feeling from this person, they want to make different choices because they know that the choices they made in the past were not good. And the thing is, they could have options in love and romance, but what's coming through here is that they now realize you're the one. You're the one that got away. You're the one that they want. So it'll only work if you still want them. If you no longer want them, then they're going to run into a brick wall. They're going to realize that they are no longer having access to your life. You could have blocked them. You know, you could have ghosted this person. You might have definitely let them know it's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. We're done. You know, treat me right. Oh, God, sorry. I got to take a cough. Hold on. Ugh. Like coughing again. Sorry, guys. Okay. Losing my voice. Okay. So, triple sevens. Sevens, sorry for my voice. It can represent something pretty special here. You know? I sound worse than I feel. Sorry, guys. Okay. Ace of Wands. So, what I am seeing here is that they want a new beginning with you, for sure. It depends. Like, do you want that as well? Okay, let's see. Ugh, I sound ridiculous. Hold on. It happens. And sometimes it happens when two people haven't talked and I get that tickle in my throat. There could be a blockage in the throat chakra there for somebody. Somebody who clearly wants to communicate with you. And here it is, remember? So unfortunately, it affects me during a reading when somebody wants to talk, but they can't. So then it affects me and I start to cough. It takes me a good minute to get my voice back. Sorry. Got the Magician again. Okay. So that's what they're focused on, guys. They want to be able to manifest something in the 3D with you. They want to be able to rekindle the partnership. And at the end of the day, they know that they have to take action to do this. It's not going to happen on its own. Yep. Oh, thank you, Trisha. Okay, we'll take care of that for you. So yeah, you know, this person, they definitely still feel very drawn to you. And they are focused on manifesting something in the 3D. That doesn't guarantee that they're going to get that, though. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Six of Cups. So remember, guys, we've got the past right here, memories, nostalgia, connections, and then we have the Six of Cups, the memories. So it's really mirroring each other. They think about you still. And ultimately, they know that they should have committed fully to you in the past, but unfortunately, with cards like the Seven of Swords, if there was infidelity, if there was a third-party situation, They blew it, as we saw earlier. They blew it. So if you've ever wondered, do they still think about me? They do. And then we've got the Ten of Wands. So what's going on here is, because they know that they messed up, they made mistakes, and they lost you, more than likely, if this is your story, this continues to be this heaviness that they carry within them. And the only way that that's going to be relieved or released is perhaps if you guys are able to connect, not necessarily for a reunion, but maybe they just need closure here. Because I feel that this is a conversation that they need to have with you. You know? So they've definitely reassessed their life, past behaviors, and what went on between the two of you. And they're feeling it now. You know, it's like karma has definitely been served here. So that's what I'm getting. Ooh, sorry for the cough. Good Lord. Yeah, have done readings for years, and I don't know. I guess I'm just super sensitive to that sort of thing. Like when people need to talk, but they haven't talked. And it affects me. It's so bizarre, but it does. So, okay, guys, that's what came through. I do hope that there's something in the messages there that you're really able to relate to, and hopefully that gave you some clarification on a particular person. Maybe you guys haven't talked in a while, you know, but they're thinking about you. You're very much a part of their thoughts and a big part of their regrets. Because when it comes to you, and perhaps you've even said this to yourself, it's like, yep, you lost a good one, because I was your person. You know, instinctively, you knew that you guys were meant to be, but they perhaps just did not see that. And so it's their loss. And we saw that card as well. They now recognize that it is one giant loss. And I don't know what it is about Las Vegas, but it keeps popping up for me recently in my readings. And talk about losing, right? So they had the opportunity to win, and they blew it. Big time. Blew it. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and start with those of you who have requested a personal reading. So, Liz, are you here? We received your request for a reading regarding a community kitchen project. So let me know if you're here. But if not, you know, I'll still do your reading, of course, and you can come back and watch this whenever you have the chance to. All right. And then I also have Linda, your request. And let me see. And Trisha, did you submit your info? Oh, okay. So Cameron's asking. Okay, so whenever you submit that, we'll go ahead and do your reading. All right, Liz. So I've got particular decks that I am drawn to when it comes to your question. All right, so this is what I got. Community kitchen project I'm involved with. Will it recover, or is it best that I start a brand new CAC project this year? Okay, so there are decks, as I mentioned, that I'm drawn to for your particular question and your reading. So let's take a look at that, okay? We're going to start off right off the bat with some clarification on whether or not this is even possible. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Definitive Answers Oracle, and literally the only thing in this deck, it's going to tell you yes, no, maybe it's not a good idea, go for it, okay? So let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Liz. What do we need to know regarding her community kitchen project? Is there a chance for recovery? Please let us know. Ooh, look at that. Yes, please. Okay, so that could be an indication that it's not over. Okay, that it can have a chance at recovery. So that's actually a really good sign. All right, let's go ahead and grab a card focusing on your abundance and perhaps what it is that needs to come through for you to have an insight on that. Okay, so it does indicate that there is a chance for recovery. Okay. This one says it is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. So that's actually a really nice card coming through. It's also one of those things where, you know, however way you feel the need to recover from this particular project, open your heart, open your arms to whatever is coming your way to be able to help that situation. I feel like grabbing one more. We have deservingness. You are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. And hopefully, you know, there is a part of you that recognizes that you are absolutely 100% deserving of all the good that you're doing for your community and this particular project that you have in mind, okay? I want to grab from one more deck here. Focusing on money matters and finances specifically to be able to help you with that. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Liz for this particular situation. Okay. Keep people who help you to be more positive and abundant around you and cut out people who do not. So what that's basically telling you is people that don't support the project or whatever it is that you are doing to be able to recover it. You know, just surround yourself by those that support it, those who are perhaps able to help you through this endeavor. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot to clarify these messages here. But yeah, we have a yes right there. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Liz, her community kitchen project, to be able to recover it. What is needed for her to know to be able to do this smoothly and to overcome any obstacles that might get in the way. All right, what needs to happen here? Oh, love it. Okay. Got the Wheel of Fortune followed by the Star. Okay. So you're definitely being guided onto this path, perhaps. So I'm feeling, pay attention to particular signs that you know is going to help you to be able to manifest this in the 3D. So things are turning around. Not only is that clarified by the yes response right there, but this right here, of course, representing a good cycle of change here for you. Okay. So something is going to be revived. And you're being guided towards the path to make all of that happen. And of course, this right here can represent a wish that can manifest for you as well when it comes to this project. So as it stands right now, you know, I would say that focus your energies into this rather than trying to start something else. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is beautiful. Okay. So it represents happiness, harmony, something to celebrate, teamwork, success, surrounding yourself with people that are good for you, that will help you through this. So I'm really picking up off of a really positive energy here for this project. And then we have the Strength card as well. And, you know, sometimes it could be scary to put ourselves back out there or scary to keep trying, right? Especially if you see that a particular endeavor is not thriving. Well, this right here, it's telling you, just give it some time. Have patience for things to turn around because it absolutely is coming through with the message that it can and it will. So try to release your fears that it might fail, that it's not going to do well, because it might, you know. There's a really good chance that it might. I love this. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So you will reap the rewards of all of that effort and hard work. Of course, this is a card of abundance, rewards, being able to stand on your own 2 feet. It's solid ground. Being financially independent, it can represent success and profit and a thriving business. So that's fantastic the way that that's coming through, honestly. Wow, guys. Wow, that's amazing. And then we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So it represents your passion. It represents the fact that you're working hard. You have high standards, that you will be rewarded for your efforts. You will achieve whatever it is that you are focused on. So just keep plugging away at this. I feel that regardless of where you are at right now regarding this particular project, it's coming through as something that can still be very successful, or perhaps more successful than it's ever been before. All right, Liz, so I hope that helps out, because that's a very positive reading that's coming through in this way for you, and I'd love to be able to hear from you if that has helped you in the future. Hopefully it thrives. Okay, that's certainly the energy that I am putting forth when it comes to this particular scenario for you. All right, thank you so very much. I appreciate your question. All right, guys, so let me move on to the next. So Linda, you're up next. Let's go ahead and take a look at your question here. All right, so David, Cancer. All right, so you want to know his intentions and true feelings. Okay, so this is a new connection. Let's go ahead and see. What does that look like? All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on David, Cancer, and the connection with Linda, Virgo. All right, David, what are your intentions when it comes to the connection with Linda? All right, new connection. What do we need to know here? What do we need to know? Ooh, we see sacred connection there. Okay, and I know it's new, but he could certainly be feeling that there's something about you that he sees long-term with. You know, that you're not just somebody that he wants to invest part of his time in. He's wanting to invest all of his time. So that's actually really nice. We see friendship as well, okay? And I feel if the two of you either were already friends going into this, you already have established a really nice foundation there for the connection. You know, sometimes two people who start off as friends and it turns into something more meaningful and romantic, you know, you have a lot to fall back on, especially during trying times in the relationship. Let's see what else. We have intimacy, okay. Let's see what else here. I find that he is certainly attracted to you, okay. And we have a twin flame card representing itself here. So I don't know if you feel it's too soon to be able to say that this is a twin flame connection or not, but there it is. Okay, so let's see. What do we need to know here? Angels and spirit guides, please. For Linda, Virgo, and David, Cancer. And I find it so interesting that both of these cards, you know, it's got images of a bride and a groom. There's a wedding here, a celebration. I don't know if he's been married before, but this is the vibe representing itself here when it comes to the two of you. So maybe he's allowed himself to think, or maybe this is even something that you've thought about, where could this ultimately go? Does it have what it takes to go the distance? All right, let's see. What do we need to know here? Well, he's coming through as the Emperor. which of course for the divine masculine in this reading is a very positive message. There's something that's coming through from David where he knows what he wants. He's ready to perhaps let you know this the more you develop the partnership, or maybe you've already noticed through conversations that you guys have had that he's really into the partnership maybe. Or eventually he'll take action to really let you know this. Okay, so some nice qualities. We've got the Star. Ooh, look at this. We've got the Chariot. So it's significant in this reading because he represents Cancer. And the Chariot represents that. So I feel there's something about him, because we're focusing on his divine masculine energy right now, that he sees you as somebody very special, somebody that he really can take the time to develop a partnership here. You know, I mean, it's a beautiful connection, the way it's coming through. Okay. I don't know, Linda. We have 2 cards here that represents twin flames, okay? We've got 3 cards that clearly it represents a bride and a groom wedding celebration. And this right here can certainly represent the fact that, you know, finally it's like a wish that manifests, perhaps after having experienced relationships that just weren't that great, you know? Look at the next card. We've got the Ten of Cups. Oh my God. Bride and groom, bride and groom, bride and groom, bride and groom. What does that tell us? Could there be a future marriage here for the 2 of you if you're open to that? It's either that or it's simply coming through as a very strong foundation that you guys can build when it comes to this relationship as more time unfolds. Because the cards speak for itself. Hierophant, I mean, this right here, it's commitment. So here's what I'm getting, because all of these cards are amazing. So if this is not quite where you guys are at right now, give it some time, because I have a feeling that as more time unfolds, you'll be able to see some sort of sign from him that he means business, that he's really looking for a life partner here, and maybe there's something about you that he really sees. You know, long-term commitment here. Wow. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Cups. So as you mentioned, this is a new connection, and it's being acknowledged through this card. It's, you know, like a breath of fresh air when it comes to your romantic life. That's followed by the Two of Cups. So there's a chance here for something pretty amazing. It's got a lot of potential, I must say. So I'm going to leave it at that, because practically, well, yeah, every card that came through here, very positive. It's letting us know that it has a lot, and I mean a lot, of potential. 2 cards that literally say that you guys could ultimately be twin flames. You know, maybe you've met other people who you feel could have been a twin flame, but in this particular reading, it's like double confirmation that that's what you guys could ultimately be. So since it's new, give this one more time to let you know without any doubt that this might ultimately be where you're headed. A very happy future, something truly to celebrate. Either that's a marriage or just knowing and acknowledging that you have really found the one for you. Amazing. So that really looks like a nice outcome for this connection. I would love to hear from you for a future question. If you have one, we'll tap into that. You know, hopefully it really pans out in the way that it came through for this reading. But that was amazing. So good luck to you, Linda. Thank you so much. Okay, Trisha, it is your turn. So let's see what's coming for me for the rest of the year. You are Virgo. Okay, I'm a Virgo too. So looking forward to Virgo season. Let's go ahead and see what is coming towards you. All right. Let me grab some decks that I'm guided to here. Hold on 1 second. All right, and if you're just now hopping on and tuning in, we are doing general, not general, personal mini readings. So if you're interested in requesting one, we'd love to be able to offer that to you. Okay, so Trisha, let's see. Oh, you're so welcome, Linda. Thank you. All right, Trisha, what's coming for you for the rest of the year? Focusing on your Virgo energy. Okay. Could be a relationship. Okay, we have the Divine Masculine showing up here. We've got the Sun. Wow. The Stars. And another Twin Flame card. Wow. All right, so we'll, of course, have to take a look at some tarot messages to see how this is reflected here, but all of those cards are amazing. Got the Sun, confidence, courage, success, and happiness, which, of course, in tarot, it's a beautiful card, as is the Star card. So we have the stars, divine guidance, healing, and inspiration. And then, of course, here's the Twin Flame card. You mirror each other for growth and healing. So this is a partner that you might actually find is a very compatible match for you. Unbelievable, honestly. Wow. And who knows, maybe once we enter into Virgo season, you might end up meeting somebody. Somebody who's not going to mess around. Somebody who has good intentions. Somebody who's looking long distance, long term. Wow. Okay. What else, please? You're coming in with the energy of the Queen of Cups. So when you make this love connection, I feel instinctively you're going to feel something different about that person. You know, something unlike anyone else perhaps that you've ever connected with. Could be instant attraction, or you might find that you guys have a lot in common. We have the Fool. So, you know, it's like giving you a fresh start when it comes to love, when it comes to romance, and possibly really having to do with every area of your life, not just love, you know? So if there are particular things that you would like to accomplish the remainder of this year, it's telling you, go for it. You know, this to me represents like a green light. It's telling you, go ahead, do it. All right, let's see. I love how we've got the High Priestess coming through, because now we've got the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. Both of these cards can represent your intuition, your gut. So you have to trust that. You have to follow your heart when you feel you've made a connection that really is worth looking into. You might actually connect with maybe a Taurus. Could also be a water sign, so maybe Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Knight of Cups could be very romantic. This is somebody who could truly sweep you off your feet. But this is also somebody that really knows what they want. Wow, okay. They follow their heart, and you need to do the same. Amazing. I love this as well. So we've got the Six of Pentacles. So as we often know, the Six of Pentacles can represent equality. Basically, this is two people who are on the same page. You guys are both putting in the work. It's not just one person that's putting in all the effort to ensure that the relationship is growing, that it's going well. This right here, it's telling us, and I love that it's right next to the Twin Flame card, that you guys would both be on the same page, putting in the same amount of effort into the partnership to make it work. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is about perseverance, letting you know that as long as you continue to put in the effort and the work into yourself, into the connection, that everything that you're wanting will eventually come to fruition. So that's really nice. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. So we have some cards letting you know here that you're on a trajectory the remainder of this year towards manifestation. This, of course, can represent your finances, perhaps, abundance, security, financial security, perhaps, career opportunities. So all of that looks great. It's prosperity in all areas of your life. It's security, it's stability. So all of that is amazing. But certainly when it comes to your love life, I feel there's a really good chance that this could be picking up. Could start off during Virgo season and continue to escalate all the way through the end of the year. Nine of Pentacles, fruits of your labor, being able to experience so many amazing things. This is success right here. So success, abundance in all areas of your life. That's clarified as well with the Ace of Pentacles. So we've got so many great things coming in for you. And we're already in August. We don't have that much more time really in this year. It'll be December before we know it. Time goes so quickly, but this is telling me that you have the capability to really be able to stand on your own 2 feet. So I see pretty amazing things for you when it comes to your work environment, whatever that you're passionate about. You know, hopefully that's something that fulfills you. But this is success right here. So all of that looks really great. All right, let's see what else. Teamwork, 3 of Pentacles, hard work. I feel whoever this represents for you, it really goes together. 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, equality, working together, teamwork. That's everything that you would really want in a partnership. You know, to know that the person that you're interested in is just as interested in you. But look at this. We've got the 8 of Cups. So what I feel from now until the end of the year, you might ultimately meet people that you're attracted to. Maybe you're wondering, you know, could things ultimately work out between me and this person? So what I'm getting here is you might ultimately meet people that you're attracted to, but not every single one of those connections will turn into something. So there's one in particular that will stand out, and you'll just have to trust your gut and instinct and know that that's possibly a twin flame here. And I love how we've got the 10 of Pentacles. I'm telling you, there's something having to do with your finances, your work environment that's looking up. But this as well, I mean, it truly is letting us know that there's security and stability when it comes to your life, your finances, work environment, and your love situation as well. In a love reading, the 10 of Pentacles can represent a strong bond between 2 people. So there's somebody that you might end up connecting with, and you feel that they could represent your perfect match. But there will also be people that you see and connect with that won't. They're not going to check all the boxes, but there's somebody that will come through that will. So that's what I've got for you. I feel that the remainder of the year might really present you with some surprising twists and turns here, certainly when it comes to your finances as well as your love life. And they're all really good, positive vibes coming through. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Trisha. Some pretty nice messages representing itself there. Okay. You bought your first house. Fantastic. Awesome. I love that. So best wishes to you. I really love that reading and the way that came through for you. Okay, so Cameron Carr, what else do we have?
She said that she has 2 more questions for me.
Oh, Sunrise Dreamer. You sent 3 questions via PayPal. Okay. The first one had my question on the PayPal. The other 2 questions are on here.
But I only see 1.
Okay.
That's just, yeah.
Let's see here. So, Cameron, you only see 1 question? So, Sunrise Dreamer. You're welcome, Trisha. Thank you so much. If you could please resubmit. All right, we see that you're Taurus.
There's 1 more question.
Okay, so let me go ahead and have the questions that you have. Okay, how does my relationship with R Scorpio look for the rest of the year? Okay, so that's one question. Okay, so go ahead and let me know what the other two questions are. I'll go ahead and start with this one. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at that. All right, Sunrise Dreamer. So we're taking a look at R's energy. All right, so you are Taurus, R is Scorpio. All right, let's see. Okay, and also, unfortunately, once we go live, we don't see the PayPal submissions or the questions. So yeah, just resubmit it, please, down below in the comment section. All right, let's take a look at R's energy, okay? All right. What do we need to know? R, Scorpio. We have endurance, okay? Sometimes when I see this, it reminds me, it could represent R, you know, somebody who's fit, muscular, maybe loves to work out. But if it's not that, you know, this is somebody who's looking for a relationship that can withstand the test of time. Okay, let's see. We have intimacy coming through here, so that could certainly represent the physical connection. So if, let's just say, the physical part of your relationship is really strong, when it comes to R, perhaps, you know, there's this question. It's like, can it work aside from just our attraction towards each other? You know, kind of getting that. We have discern. I'm kind of getting here that when it comes to R, there's a lot of thoughts going through R's mind, you know, trying to figure out perhaps what that vibe looks like, you know, for the two of you. Okay, give me one more card here. Focusing on R Scorpio and the connection with Sunrise Dreamer Taurus. Defeated. Okay. So I don't know if R has gone through particular things where this energy might make sense, but let's go ahead and clarify that with some tarot here. Because sometimes when somebody feels defeated, they stop doing the work. They stop putting in the effort, if that makes sense. So I'm seeing the Seven of Swords. I don't have a whole lot of background here from your question, but can this represent infidelity? Can it represent deceit, lies? Absolutely. So if you find that R has not been truthful or you're suspecting something's going on, that could be a possibility. All right, let's see what else. We do have the Page of Cups. Okay, curious mind. So the thing is, if R is coming through with that type of energy, and right next to that, we've got the Seven of Swords. I don't know if there's this interest and curiosity factor when it comes to other people outside of the connection. And here's our good old Knight of Wands coming through. Okay. Interesting how we've got the intimacy, because the Knight of Wands can certainly be a very passionate lover, but not the type of person to stick around, not the type of person to be exclusive. They could certainly be, you know, somebody that you can connect with, have a whole lot of fun with, have a very strong physical connection. But if what you're looking for is long-term, there's an issue there if they're coming through, if R is coming through with the energy of the Knight of Wands. Not the type to go the distance, unfortunately. I don't know if you've picked up off of that, but that's how it's coming through in the reading. Look at this, how interesting. So the Hierophant is coming through. You represent the Taurus here. So you're definitely more committed, I feel, compared to R. And what you're looking for, perhaps, is equality, you know, to have a partner who's just as committed to you and the connection. So I'm kind of feeling a bit of a lopsided vibe there. Okay, I see your second question. Please look into my place of residence in Ecuador. Will I continue to live here or move to another area or country? Okay, we'll take a look at that second question for you. All right, so when it comes to R, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. This is slow. All right, so if what you're hoping for is commitment from R, it seems to be coming through very slowly as far as the ability to fully commit. I really don't know if, you know, there are other people in the picture, if there was infidelity that happened, but we've got two cards that could possibly represent that. So if you can clarify if this was a third-party situation or if you feel that R has been deceitful in some way or just not being 100% open and honest with you, because this right here can represent a very painful betrayal. It's either that or that's what you've already been through. If that's what you guys have been through and he's coming through with this defeated message, I kind of feel that, you know, when it comes to R, it's like somebody who's just given up and not willing to put in the effort anymore. If that makes sense. And then we've got the Eight of Swords, helplessness. So feeling defeated, feeling helpless, it's kind of picking up off of that same vibe. Knowing something needs to happen, but not taking any sort of necessary steps to make something happen. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Temperance card. So something needs to happen here in order to restore balance in the connection. This could happen maybe during Sagittarius season, so we're looking at November or December here. So perhaps give it some time to see how this all unfolds. But it does seem that when it comes to R, things are moving rather slowly because there's this inability to have a clear understanding of pure commitment. So there's a commitment issue there that's presenting itself. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Pentacles, and this is exactly what's needed, you know, for you guys to really have the same vision, to want the same things, to work together in the partnership. But the way it's coming through for me, you know, it should be 50-50, let's say, but it's coming through more like a 60-40, you know, like one person's putting in more effort than the other. So I hope that makes sense, but the way it's coming through for me, it could still be a bit of a challenge as the rest of the year unfolds, unless you guys can really get onto the same page. Okay, so that's what I've got for that one. So let's go ahead and take a look at your second question here. All right, give me one moment. Okay, so let's take a look at your residence in Ecuador. All right. I think I'm just going to go ahead and focus on tarot for this one. Will I continue to live here or move to another area or country? And actually, I'll go ahead and pull from the deck I used earlier, the Definitive Answers Oracle. And, you know, the only thing in this deck, as I mentioned, it's yes, no, maybe, go for it, don't do it. Okay. Where is that? Okay. Let's see. So second question. All right. Will you continue to live in Ecuador or move to another area or country? Let's see. We have a maybe coming through here. Okay, so it's kind of on the fence, all right, as far as your living situation goes. So he is very loyal to you? Okay. So whatever the reason is why it's unsettled, I feel he's not fully opening up, you know? So he's not necessarily lying to you, but he's not telling you certain things, perhaps. Okay, so we've got the World. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So I'm finding here that when it comes to your living situation, that you certainly have choices. Maybe you perhaps might feel overwhelmed with the amount of choices that you actually have. Let's see. Let me move that up actually, 1 second. Okay. And of course the World, so perhaps there is this need to travel to a different location, because it's not coming through as a no, obviously. It's not coming through as a definite yes. So at the end of the day, what I'm feeling here is it's giving you the opportunity to make a choice for yourself if it feels right, you know? So it's one of those things where you have to really trust your gut, your instincts as well when it comes to that choice. But you're being given the opportunity to start again, you know, and if you're feeling that moving would be a better option for you, this is telling you to believe in that. Let's see. So a fresh start coming through there. Ace of Pentacles. So we're seeing new beginnings here as far as your living situation and perhaps moving to another country here. Wherever you decide to move, however, as I mentioned, you have to follow your gut. You need to know that it feels right for you. Don't make any hasty decisions. But where you choose to plant your flag next, it could ultimately represent a very stable environment for you. So that's actually a good thing. Now we've got the Death card. So in this particular scenario with your question, one chapter or one cycle needs to come to an end in order to open up a new cycle. The World, of course, representing a cycle that is completing. So even though this says maybe I'm kind of feeling more towards a decision to try a different area, try a different location, something needs to change here. So it is offering you a transformation, and I feel that will come with a different, it's like changing your scenery. So there's a lot of changes that will ultimately come in for you, but I feel they're good changes. Nine of Cups, followed by the Star. So you're definitely being led down a particular path where I feel it'll be a good move for you. Okay. You'll know, you got to trust what you're seeing, perhaps particular signs that you see for yourself that might be letting you know it's like, hey, I think this would be a good decision for me. So it is coming through as a wish that can manifest for you. But first you have to make a decision, a solid decision as to what it is that you might want. And this just flew out of the deck. We've got the Knight of Cups here. So in this particular scenario for your question, for your reading, this is an energy perhaps that you should tap into where you realize that you're doing the right thing. You got to follow your heart. And sometimes that could be a little bit scary, you know, to decide for yourself to just uproot and pick things up and move to a different place. So if you have any doubts, don't do anything too hasty. We've got the Strength card coming through here. You know, it's one of those things where you just have to be able to trust and feel what you want, go for it. You've got the wheel, not the wheel, the full card right there telling you. It's like, take that leap of faith and go for it. And again, sometimes that could be super scary. So with that strength card, it's telling you, find the courage within you to overcome your fears and do it anyway. So I'm leaning more so towards moving, all right? But no matter what you choose to do, at the end of the day, it's one that you have to trust. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for your second question there. All right, so let's grab your third question. Oh, okay, so that one I actually already did. That was the very first reading that I did today. So maybe you hopped on a little bit too late. Sunrise Dreamer, I keep forgetting that this is actually you, Liz. Sorry about that. So, yeah, if you go back to the video, to the live stream, you'll see that I already did that one. So yeah, that one's already been done. Okay. So wait, that was only two, wasn't it? Oh no, actually, yeah, the third one, yes. Yeah, so we've already completed all three of your questions. So we did the two and then the one that was done earlier. So just go back, rewind, and you'll be able to see that question answered. All right, so do we have another? Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much to everybody that tuned in, that joined us here today, that requested a personal reading. Okay. Did you? Okay, so I'm just seeing it on my end. Okay, somebody's just randomly commenting here. All right, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a day. Thank you again for everybody that took the time to tune in and join us. If you're just now hopping on, the very first part of this live stream focuses on a general love forecast. If you haven't already seen that, once I turn off this live stream, you can go ahead and rewind and watch that portion of it. All right, guys, so we'll go ahead and sign off, and I'll go ahead and announce a future live stream. I make those announcements on Instagram, so if you don't already follow us, please do. It's The Celestial Forecast by Carrie on IG. And of course, subscribe to this YouTube platform if you don't already. And on behalf of myself and moderator Cameron, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next live stream. Thank you guys so much.